Alright, so we're going to start the synthesis of cyclohexene, and we've already added a couple milliliters of the cyclohexanol into the container here, and we've set up our distillation head. So we've got this, and we've also got our thermometer prepped, ready to go on top. Our thermo well is set on 3, but we're not heating it just yet. And we've already added our boiling chips. At this point, we're going to add in 1/4 of a milliliter of concentrated sulfuric acid through the top. And then we're going to quickly put the thermometer on. And then we're going to just barely lower that down into the sand, and we just want it just to barely touch. So let's actually hold that. Snap that in, and then this has to get lowered down. So it's just touching the sand. We don't want it too deep in the sand because we don't want it heating too vigorously. And now we just need to wait a little while. We're going to let it distill for 45 minutes, and we'll probably set up a little time lapse for this in the process so that it's a little faster for you. All right, we'll see you in a little while. All right, well, it's been about an hour, and our distillation, it looks pretty good. So we're going to disassemble here and take a look at our product that we've got. After this, we're going to have to do a little separation because we did do a dehydration, which means that we generated some water during this process. And of course, the sulfuric acid had some water with it, although less than you might expect. And so a little bit of the water may have come over, so we'll need to make sure and dry that, and then we'll continue on. So let's go ahead and disassemble this. So you can see it might not have shown up very well on the time lapse, but we certainly have some product here. And we can get the camera to focus there. You'll notice that it's a little cloudy, and that's just because there's some water content in there. So now we've got to finish up by drying it and then taking an infrared spectrum. Now here we have another instance of this reaction, and for whatever reason this one has not turned black, but that's okay because a black substance is really a side product, and so if we don't have it turn black, that's fine. If it does turn black, that's common when we're using concentrated sulfuric acid. If you have had a black compound in your flask, like say over here, when you get a chance, try to get that cleaned out as soon as possible because it can be kind of difficult to clean out later. If you're having difficulty cleaning it out, an instructor might be able to help you, or the chemical stockroom might be able to help. But let's try to avoid that by cleaning it up in a timely manner. So after we've separated any visible water out, we're going to add a little bit of drying agent to this just in case, and then we'll transfer that to a second weighed vial, determine our yield, And then we'll measure the infrared spectrum of this. And we'll see if we made our product.